The following is a presentation of Black Bear Sports Group. Watch the entire 2025-2026 United States Premier Hockey League season exclusively on the new home of USPHL Hockey. That's Black Bear TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the Rink BC here in Battle Creek, Michigan. We're located right off of Interstate 94, right between the cities of Jackson and Kalamazoo, the southern part of the great state of Michigan. United States Premier Hockey League action on a Saturday night here in Battle Creek, Michigan, as the host, the BattleCreek Colonels, will face off against the MetroJets. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club, your guest play-by-play broadcaster this evening here in Battle Creek, Michigan. A big thank you to Tristan Jensen, the fine management and staff here at the BattleCreek Colonels, for the opportunity to hang out this weekend with the Colonels Hockey Organization as we get set to go for the second game of the weekend in less than 24 hours against the MetroJets Hockey Club. Last night, the Colonels played the MetroJets development program, suffering a 3-2 loss at the hands of MJDP. Noah Baderka scoring the game-winning goal for MJDP to send the Colonels to the loss department. They are 5-7 coming into this game today. Lost the last 3. They are 5-5 in the last 10 games. The Colonels right in the midst, the 5th and final game of a 5-game homestand. And then homestand started 2 weekends ago, back on Saturday, October 11th, with the Colonels skating to an 8-5 victory over the Chicago T-Rex. Since then, though, it's gone a bit downhill for Tristan Jensen's group. A 6-3 loss at the hands of the Fort Wayne Spacemen on October 17th. And then last Saturday night, an 8-0 loss at the hands of the Toledo Cherokee before last night's loss to the MetroJets development program, MJDP, last night by a score of 3-2. The MetroJets coming into this game, currently sitting 4th in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, a record of 7 wins, 2 losses. Winners of their last 2, 7-2 in their last 9 games. This is game number 10 for the MetroJets. The 6-time and reigning USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division champions, 10 times in the last 11 years for the MetroJets. Last weekend for the Jets, they traveled down to Clarksville, Tennessee, to take on the potent Red River Spartans. And after suffering a 5-2 loss last Friday night, October 17th, the Jets came back with a 7-5 victory over the Spartans. The Jets have already played this weekend as well. This past Wednesday, October 22nd, skated down to PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana, to take on the USPHL Premier Midwest Division leading Fort Wayne Spacemen. And the Jets skating to a 5-3 victory over the Spacemen, snapping the Spacemen's 11-game winning streak. Luka Pivets, who has been on a tear of late for the MetroJets, picking up the game-winning goal. And for Pivets, in that game on Wednesday night, that game-winning goal adding to his accolades so far this season. As the Jets looking to extend their winning streak to 3 games before setting up their date this coming Wednesday night, October 29th, at the home grounds of Mount Clemens Ice Arena, and the second and final date with their brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets development program, MJDP. That is coming up on this Wednesday. But first things first, the second of 4 meetings for the Jets, who will take on the BattleCreek Colonels. This is the second of 4 meetings. The only other meeting came back on October the 10th over at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. The Jets getting to an 8-2 victory over the BattleCreek Colonels. This is the 14th game of lifetime between the Colonels and the Jets. And the Jets have had their way with the players in the green and black. A perfect 13-0 coming into game 14 here this evening. BattleCreek looking to snap, as we mentioned, a 3-game losing streak coming into this game here tonight. And they are going to rely on the 19-year-old from Astana, Kazakhstan, Bogdan Guntapov. Guntapov, 11 goals, 16 assists, 27 points on the season. Tied for 7th overall in the USPHL Premier in scoring, along with Logan Powers of the Vernal Oilers. They are 1 point back of Giovanni Valentine of the Columbus Mavericks, who is 6th with 28 points on the season. Second on the team in scoring is a 17-year-old from Damyslav, Czechia. It's Simon Rosinski. Wears number 14 for the Colonels. 7 goals, 10 assists, 17 points on the season for Rosinski. Nick Marcella, the former Motor City Gambler, rounding out the top 3 on the team in scoring. The 18-year-old from Oakland, Michigan. Marcella, 3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points on the season. Highest score amongst defensemen on the roster, the 19-year-old Battle Creek native. Where's number 92, Colton Place. Place so far, 2 goals, 6 assists, 8 points on the season. Answering the call in goal here this evening for the Battle Creek Colonels. Making his first start for the Colonels, second overall appearance for Tristan Jensen's team, the 19-year-old from Isanti, Minnesota, the 29, Jackson Seibel. Seibel in 10 minutes of work, a 6.0 goals against average so far in relief efforts against the Toledo Cherokee last Saturday night. This will be his first start of the season for Seibel, the former Cambridge Isanti Blue Jacket in the Minnesota high school hockey ranks. So Seibel wearing number 29 tonight. He'll get the call for the Battle Creek Colonels. Leading the way for the MetroJets, we previously talked about him. The 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia, the number 20, Luka Pivets. Pivets in just 7 games, already racking up 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points on the season for Pivets. In the absence of A.J. Zakani, Pivets has really stepped up as he leads the way in scoring for the Jets, already with 17 points in just 9 games so far this season. And he currently sits tied for 41st overall in the league in scoring, but the Jets, this is only game number 10 for the team in red, white, and blue. Second in the team in scoring is also the highest scoring defenseman on the roster, the undisputed captain of the MetroJets, the 20-year-old from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, the 15 of Jay Taylor. Taylor, 1 goal, 14 assists for 15 points on the season. Taylor, second in the team in scoring, highest scorer amongst defensemen on the roster. Third in the team in scoring is the 19-year-old from Muskegon, Michigan, the 33 of Jackson Stone. Stone already in just 9 games, 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points on the season. And rounding out the top 4 on the team, one of the newcomers on the Jets roster, the 20-year-old from Livonia, Michigan, the 89 of Aiden Sharon. Sharon in 9 games, he's got 9 points, 6 goals, 3 assists, 9 points on the season. Answering the call in goal here this evening for the MetroJets, it is the 19-year-old from Teleborg, Sweden. It's Philippe Hall, wears number 30 for the Jets. And he is a perfect 3-0 so far this season with a sparkling 156 goals against average, a .930 save percentage so far this season for Philippe Hall. And in Hall's last game, he played against the Columbus Mavericks not that long ago. And he, as mentioned, he is 3-0. And in that game against the Mavericks, Philippe Hall was absolutely outstanding in that game in a goaltender's duel as the Jets skating to the win 2-1 back on September 27th. Philippe Hall in that game was the number 1 star, stopping 28 of 29 shots he faced. And that ended up being his first career victory for Philippe Hall. He will answer the call in goal here this afternoon. As Hall playing here at the rink, BC. Just about get set to go with pregame ceremonies here in just a matter of moments. We're about six minutes away from puck drop. So it'll be Philippe Hall against Jackson Seibel will be your goaltender duel here this evening. Plenty of other games going on here tonight. Here on a Saturday night, the USPHL Premier side of things. Got some finals already for you as well. As a Fort Wayne Spaceman defeating the Chicago Cougars earlier today by a score of 6-3. And the Toledo Cherokee have defeated the Red River Spartans for a 2-game sweep of the Spartans. 6-1 the count for the Cherokee over the Red River Spartans, who were swept there at Team Toledo Ice House earlier today. And that moves the Cherokee into a tie for second with the Spartans in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Is 2 points back of the Columbus Mavericks, who do play later on this evening. Other scores, Elmira Impact up 1-0 over the Red Bank Generals at the end of 2 periods of play. The Bearcats Hockey Club up 5-2 over the Cincinnati Cyclones halfway through the second period. Well, the Three Hills Titans are up 3-0 over the Southern Alberta Mustangs. And, of course, later on tonight, with relevance to the Great Lakes Division, the Columbus Mavericks will host the Fresh Coast Freeze tonight at Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks North in Lewis Center, Ohio. So the light's about to go down here fairly soon here at the rink BC. General Manager, head coach Tristan Jensen gets the fans fired up for sure here in Battle Creek, Michigan, as getting everything all set up. Scratches for the day's game. First for the MetroJets. Scratch number 3 of A.J. Sakani. Also scratch number 51, Ryan Glomboski. And scratch number 82 of Jakub Abcheka. For the Battle Creek Colonels, scratch number 17 of Ethan Miller. Scratch number 18 of Aiden Vestal. Scratch number 44 of Zach Wolf. Also scratch number 29 of Galvin Reagan. And scratch number 64 of Jack Stawak. Add number 29 of Jackson Seibel. Also add number 18 of Carson Abel. And add number 93 of Lucas Andruskevich. And that is your scratches for the game for both clubs as we get set to go. Soon the lights will go off as the fans starting to file in here at the rink BC. Glad to have you with us here on the exclusive home of the United States Premier Hockey League. That is, of course, Black Bear TV. As we get ready to go, second of 4 meetings between the MetroJets and the Battle Creek Colonels. For the Colonels, this is game number 13 on the season. While for the MetroJets, this is only game number 10. For a little bit of comparison, the Red River Spartans have already played 16 games this season. They're not too far from halfway through their entire 25-26 season. Matter of fact, the Red River Spartans, interesting to note, after the Christmas holiday, the Red River Spartans do not have a single home game the rest of the year. Their schedule is front-loaded with a majority of home games. They'll be on the road for the entire second half of the 2025-2026 season. So that's something to keep a note of for the Red River Spartans. The MetroJets, as we mentioned, 4th in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, 4 points ahead of the Battle Creek Colonels, but 3 games in hand on the Colonels. They have 4 games in hand on the Columbus Mavericks, who lead the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. And the Mavericks will play tonight, as mentioned, against the Fresh Coast Freeze at 8:10 p.m. face-off. And with Toledo already defeating Red River earlier today, looking ahead on the schedule, the 2025 Coney Cup Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th. Friday the 7th at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. And then Saturday the 8th at Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio, will set up a pivotal home-and-home series between the Jets and the Cherokee. But between now and then, the Jets have 3 games. 4 games, including this one here tonight. Next Wednesday, October 29th, they'll host the MetroJets Development Program. Their brothers from across the locker room. Then Saturday and Sunday, November 1st and 2nd, the Jets will host the Buffalo Bearcats Hockey Club, who are playing the Cincinnati Cyclones at the moment. So always good to kind of look ahead every so often. But first things first here tonight at the rink BC. Let's go ahead with the starting lineups. And first for the visitors out of Mount Clemens, Michigan, the MetroJets. Starting in goal, the 19-year-old from Teleborg, Sveden, the number 30 of Philippe Hall. On defense, the 19-year-old from Clinton Township, Michigan, the number 9 of Isaac Bunk. And alongside him, the 20-year-old from Essex, Ontario, Canada, the 44, Tyler Fleming. Starting at center, the 18-year-old from Queenstown, New Zealand, the 68 of Joel Patterson. Flanking him on his left side in the left wing, the 19-year-old from Cadillac, Michigan, the 25 of Gabe Outman. And on the right wing, the 19-year-old from Washington Township, Michigan, the number 8 of Sandro Evangelista. Head coach of the MetroJets is Jamie Lovell, his 10th season behind the bench for the Jets. For the Battle Creek Colonels, in goal, the 19-year-old from Isanti, Minnesota, the 29 of Jackson Seibel. On defense, the 19-year-old from Mill Creek, Utah, the 16 of Ben LeBaron. And alongside him, the 19-year-old from Paw Paw, Michigan, the 28 of Josh Lang. Starting at center, the 17-year-old from Broadsland, Virginia, the 18 of Carson Abel. On his left side, in the left wing, the captain of the Colonels, the 20-year-old from Morenci, Michigan, the 11 of Josh Getson. And on the right wing, the 19-year-old from Portage, Michigan, the 20 of Logan Taylor. General manager, head coach of the Battle Creek Colonels is Tristan Jensen, his 4th season behind the bench for his Battle Creek Colonels. So just about set to go as pregame ceremonies are about to commence here shortly. As mentioned, the Battle Creek Colonels in their 5th and final game of their 5-game homestand. They'll go on the road briefly next weekend, a big home-and-home series with the Toledo Cherokee starting next Friday, Halloween Friday, October 31st, against the Cherokee at Team Toledo Ice House. 8:30 face-off there. Our good buddy Zeke Fravor will be on the call of that game. And then the Cherokee come back here to the Rink BC on next Saturday, November 1st. A return date with the Cherokee, 7 o'clock face-off. Right here in Battle Creek, Michigan. The following weekend, the Colonels will host the Cincinnati Cyclones for a pair of home games on Friday, November 7th and Saturday, November 8th, for both face-offs, set for 7 o'clock. Soon after that, 3 games in 4 days with the Fresh Coast Freeze, starting on Wednesday, November 12th, and Friday, November 14th. Both days, the Colonels travel over to Griff's Ice House West in Holland, Michigan, outside of Grand Rapids, before hosting the Fresh Coast Freeze on Saturday, November 15th, right here at the Rink BC. Then the Colonels will play 2 games at the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase on November 21st against the Charlotte Rush, and Monday, November 24th against Chicago Cougars. Sandwiched between that is a non-divisional road game at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana, to take on the Fort Wayne Spacemen on Saturday, November 22nd. As for the Jets, as mentioned, MJDP, they will host them on Wednesday, October 29th, a pair of home games with the Buffalo Bearcats Hockey Club on November 1st and 2nd. The Coney Cup is November 7th and 8th. And the Jets travel to Cincinnati to take on the Cincinnati Cyclones on November 14th. Before the Jets then host the USPHL Detroit Showcase November 21st through the 24th. And they come out out of the get-go, the Jets do, as they'll take on the Toledo Cherokee on Friday, November 21st. Then the big matchup for the Jets against the Charlotte Rush on Saturday, November 22nd. Their doubleheader day will be on Monday, November 24th, as the Jets will face off for the first time against the Hershey Cubs. And then later on that afternoon, first ever meeting with the Chicago Crush. And that will complete the November portion of the schedule for the MetroJets. So as we mentioned earlier today, in games with relevance to the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, the Toledo Cherokee 6-1 victors today over the Red River Spartans to complete that 2-game sweep. Trevin Johnson with a hat trick for the Cherokee, while Landon Wharton, Cameron Krause, and Robert Lees also scoring. So congratulations to the Toledo Cherokee. That's their 3rd win in a row. With that winning streak started right here at the Rink BC last Saturday night. And as mentioned, moved them into a tie for 2nd with the Red River Spartans in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division, but the Cherokee have 5 games in hand on the Spartans. As everyone starts catching up, starts playing showcases and getting some games under their belts. The MetroJets, as we mentioned, this is just the 10th game of the season. Mentioned last night, the MetroJets development program played just their 6th game of the year last night, as they are in a tie for 2nd with the Chicago Cougars in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division. But MJDP with 10 games in hand on the division-leading Fort Wayne Spacemen, who have since won 2 in a row after their loss on Wednesday to the MetroJets. So just about set to go here in moments as our third team on the ice. The referees have made their way out, soon to be joined by the 2 combatant teams. Equipment manager Paulie Sheridan waiting for his troops to come out, along with normal broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman downstairs, waiting for the teams. Good crowd on hand here tonight in Battle Creek, Michigan, as we get set to go. See head coach Jamie Lovell now making his way to the away bench, which is to the left. Looking at the video feed, you see the tunnel getting ready, all set up and ready to go for the introduce of the starting lineups to the crowd here tonight at the rink, BC. So just about set to go. Always a fun pregame ceremony here at the rink, BC. They go all out with the tunnel and the lights and everything else, as the MetroJets now making their way out onto the ice. Getting set to go. Game number 10 for the season, looking to extend their winning streak. Seven and 2 the record, winners of the last 2. Backup goaltender tonight for the MetroJets is Evan Peacock, as Jakub Obcheka getting a well-deserved rest this evening after his performance on Wednesday night against the Fort Wayne Spacemen, which was the last game. The Jets played a 5-3 victory by the Jets over the Fort Wayne Spacemen in a battle of heavyweights. These 2 teams will play twice more this season. The Jets and the Colonels, they won't see each other again until December 19th at Mount Clemens Ice Arena before the final date, right back here at the rink, BC, on January 24th. There you see the lights are off as the crowd on hand gets set to meet the starters. For the Battle Creek Colonels, last time these 2 teams played was back on October the 10th. 8-2 victory by the Jets over the Colonels. About 15 days ago there at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, as Luka Pivets led the way with 2 goals and 2 assists. Jackson Stone with 2 goals and 1 assist. Aiden Sharon had a goal and 2 assists. Both Gabe Outman and Jaden Provencher in his junior hockey debut both had 2 assists. Jake Taylor, the captain, had 3 assists that day, while Aiden Hartzell with a goal and an assist in that 8-2 game. That was Jakub Obcheka's junior hockey debut. Stopped 26 of 28 shots and picking up his first career victory. So just about set to go, as starting goaltender Jackson Seibel being introduced to the crowd. As we will now pause for the playing of our national anthem. Pre-game ceremony is complete. National anthem is played. Time to play some USPHL Premier hockey on a Saturday night here in Battle Creek, Michigan. Your referee is Josh Danielowski. The linesmen are Matt Wiedenhoff and Dan Watkowski. As the Battle Creek Colonels, of course, are the home team here at the rink, BC. They're wearing the home black uniforms. Green shoulders in yellow and white trim. They'll be skating right to left on your television screen. While the MetroJets, who play their home games at Mount Clemens Ice Arena, located about 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. They are the road team tonight, wearing the patriotic white uniforms, blue shoulders and red trim. They're skating left to right. On your Black Bear TV dials, we are underway. Second of 4 meetings, 14th career lifetime meeting between these two clubs, and we are underway. And the Jets already pressing into the Colonel's zone. Kept in there by Joel Patterson. Patterson trying to feed it across. Over to Sandro Evangelista. Evangelista avoids the check over to Isaac Bunk. Bunk now to Tyler Fleming, who misfired, able to recover and send it over into the corner. Met there by Evangelista. Sends it back over to Bunk at the corner. Bunk with a shot, and Seibel makes the save. Let's meet Jackson Seibel, the 19-year-old goaltender from Isanti, Minnesota. Start of the year with the Minnesota Moose in the NA3HL. Before coming to the Colonels, he's made 1 appearance in relief. 10 minutes of work against the Toledo Cherokee last Saturday night. Stopping 20 of 22 shots in just 10 minutes and 6 seconds of work last Saturday night. This is his first career start in the USPHL Premier. And he'll face off against the MetroJets and Luka Pivits with a shot that goes wide. Puck deflected into the neutral zone. Picked up there by the captain, Jake Taylor. Taylor wraps it around the boards. Was looking for Sutton Majeski. And the puck comes back into the neutral zone. Picked up there by the Colonels. The 14th, Simon Rosinski will send it in. Collecting it there is Jake Taylor. Taylor now playing career game number 152 here this evening, including playoffs for the captain. 4th year of the MetroJets hockey organization. As Connor Hewlett wraps it around the board, keeping it in was Jake Blum. Gets a little bit of help from Sutton Majeski. Sends it back into the corner. Ryder Novak goes after it. Knocked away from him there by Tyler Kemp. Blum kicks it over to Novak. Now Novak grabs it over to Aiden Sharon. Sharon trying to feed it up to Aiden Hartzell. Sharon gets it back. He'll set her up, fires. Back over to Hartzell behind the net. Sends it across. Over to Jake Blum at the point. Blum now puts on the brakes, retreats towards the blue line. Sends it back, and Ryder Novak lets it go for Hartzell. Hartzell sends it over to Sharon, who's trying to feed it over to Novak. Knocked away from him, and here come the Colonels back the other way. Shot there was blocked by Blum. Courtesy of Bogdan Guntapov. Now Novak sends it over to Aiden Hartzell. Novak goes for a line change. Hartzell sends it in. Sharon goes after it. Met there by the 28 of Josh Lang. Puck almost kept in by Emmerich Fournier, who feeds it across over to Chase Martin. Martin now over to Hartzell, trying to deflect it in. Comes back over to Chase Martin. Martin now cross ice pass looking for and finds Corey Anderson. Anderson sends it over to the corner. Gianluca Varelli is there. Varelli trying to feed it up, but was picked off, and here come the Colonels back the other way. Philippe Hall will play the puck there for Isaac Bunk. Knocked away from him. Little miscommunication as Bunk able to pick it up, and Owen Coulter grabs it. Coulter up to Varelli, who knocks into the neutral zone. Chasing it down is the Colonels. Picked up there by Ashton Reagan. Dumps it back in the corner. Bunk now to Varelli. Varelli now over to Corey Anderson, who picked it up over to Owen Coulter. Coulter now brings it in. Coulter with a shot. Was deflected wide. Puck comes back. Now picked off there. Kept in by Provencher. Jaden Provencher. Behind the net. Tried the wraparound attempt. Was knocked away. Kept in by Caleb Simpson. Simpson trying to feed it to Tyler Fleming. And Fleming now back over to Provencher. Provencher back to Fleming. The Jets retreat in their own zone. Looking for Gabe Outman, but knocked away. Right in on goaltender Seibel, who hangs on with 16:29 to go here in the first period. No score in early going. 16:29 to go here in period number 1. Jackson Stone will take the draw for the Jets, wins it cleanly. And unfortunately, it was sent back. Jake Taylor wasn't expecting it and has to go back and retrieve it in his own zone. Met there by the 88 of Drew Wendland, but dishes it off over to Sutton Majeski. Majeski approaching career game 100 of his junior career, including his time in the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. Fournier feeds it back now to Stone. Stone with a shot and gloved down by Seibel, who hangs on with 16:03 to go here in period number 1. Face off again deep in the Colonel zone to the right of goaltender Jackson Seibel, his blocker side. Stone wins the draw cleanly. Fournier over to Taylor. Taylor with a shot. Save made. Rebound comes out. Stone couldn't pull the trigger. Jake Taylor able to keep it in. Sends it back over into the corner. Met there by Luka Pivets. Pivets off-angle shot. Steered away by Seibel. Pivets gets it back out to pass him Stone. Pivets dumped along the boards there by Connor Hewlett. Jackson Stone hops over a player and goes back after it. Back over to Pivets. Pivets off the boards to Jake Taylor. Taylor sends it across, looking for the deflection by Stone, and deflected up in the netting and out of play. 15:33 to go here in period number 1. No score. Here in the early going of period number 1. Face off to the left now of goaltender Jackson Seibel. Aiden Sharon pushes it forward with a shot, goes wide. Met there by Andrew Skavage, who sends it down. Icing will be the call. 15:23 to go here in period number 1. So we'll try it again. As Aiden Sharon will take the draw against Carson Abel. Sharon again with a clean draw win. Over to Martin. Martin sends it back over to the corner, going after it. Is the number 8 of Sandro Evangelista. A little bit of help from Ryder Novak. Puck comes back to the point. Chase Martin sends it across. Fire save made. Puck is loose, and Seibel able to glove it down. Seibel a little late on reacting to the initial shot. Was able to keep it out of the back of the net. With 15:02 to go here in period number 1. Sharon again with a clean draw win. Back over to Martin. Martin with a shot, looking for the deflection by Ryder Novak. Jay Blum sends it over into the corner. Kept in by Evangelista, sends it right back in. Sharon goes after it. Pressure there by Josh Lang, who drives, sticks him in the boards. Back over to Evangelista to Chase Martin. Martin now with the puck. Top of the faceoff circle, shot there, partially blocked. There by the 14 of Simon Rosinski. Sharon wrapped around the boards. Jake Blum keeps it in, sends it right back into the corner. Out comes with it as the Colonels. Puck dumped in. Chase Martin gloves it down to his stick, sends it across over to Evangelista. Jets in the midst of a line change. Sharon with a shot. Patted away. Picked up by Owen Coulter on the rebound. Fresh off the bench. Fresh legs for Coulter. He battles there along the boards. With a 72 of Jake Mandeville, who dumps it down into the zone. Corey Anderson back over to Aiden Hartzell, pressured there by Ashton Reagan. Tyler Fleming helps out his teammate and sends it up to Owen Coulter. Coulter's got speed, knocked off the puck there by the 92 of Colton Place. Head back over to Hartzell with a shot. Was partially blocked and deflected up in the netting and out of play. And Jake Mandeville voicing some displeasure to Aiden Hartzell. And looks like we may have our first power play of the game. And indeed, as Jake Mandeville will head off. And that's going to result in a MetroJets power play for the first time. And the Jets are really good on the power play. 30.6% have scored 11 power play goals and 36 opportunities to man advantage. 6th best in the entire USPHL Premier. Dangerous with a man advantage, and as they pointed out right there, Luka Pivets with the goal on the power play. Just 7 seconds into the man advantage, Luka Pivets scores the goal. And for Pivets, the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia, his 10th goal of the season. 6 coming with a man advantage, and the Jets strike first. They lead 1-0. 6 of the 10 goals Peavits have scored has come on the power play off the assist from Jake Taylor. And that is significant for Taylor. We'll tell you why here in just a little bit. There's a shot there, a save made by Seibel as Peavits is right there. 1-0 score. Taylor with a shot, blockered away by Seibel. It was Luca Peavits, his 10th goal of the season on the power play from Jake Taylor and Jackson Stone at 6:10 of the first period to give the Jets a 1-0 lead. For Jake Taylor, that is career assist number 99 for the captain of the Jets. One more and he hits the triple-digit mark. So Jake Taylor already with 1 assist today. Luca Peavits already his 10th goal of the season. As Peavits has responded big time in the absence of A.J. Zaccani, who is out with an upper body injury. And Ryan Glomboski is a scratch today. He has been stellar since coming to the Jets. Both are out of this game. Glomboski in just 5 games has 5 goals. He is not dressed tonight as he is attending a funeral, so well wishes to the Glomboski family. But it was Luca Peavits, his 10th goal of the season from Jake Taylor and Jackson Stone on the power play at 6:10 of the first period to give the Jets a 1-0 lead. Face off deep in the Colonel's zone. Fournier able to keep it in, but knocked out by the 92 of Colton Place. Fournier knocks it right back in. Gabe Outman leaves it there for the 12 of Caleb Simpson. Pressured there. Jets keep it in. Sharon was not able to keep it in. Patterson was not able to keep it in. Fournier off the boards. And here come the Colonels back the other way. Nice defensive work by Henrik Fournier to knock off Simon Rosinski from the puck. Are they able to keep it in? Ben LeBaron with a shot up high and wide into the netting and out of play. 11:41 to go here in period number 1. As we mentioned, didn't even get the Battle Creek's penalty killing stats before Luca Peavits scored. 77% of the penalty kill prior to that goal. 52nd best in the league, but they have scored 4 shorthanded goals. That would be something to keep an eye on. Should the Colonels go back on the PK. Chase Martin, puck deflected up in the netting and out of play. 11:24 to go here in period number 1. A.J. Zaccani and Jakub Obcheka sitting in the stands watching this evening. As we mentioned, Zaccani, widely regarded as one of the superstars in his USPHL Premier ranks. Went down with an upper body injury during the game against the Columbus Mavericks back on September 27th. He has been rehabbing that upper body injury, hoping to return here in a couple weeks, but good to see Zaccani sitting along with Jakub Obcheka. A well-deserved night of rest for him after his performance on Wednesday night against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. A 5-3 victory by the Jets. Evangelista feed it over to Varelli. Puck knocked over into the corner. Corey Anderson goes after it. Was met there. Varelli almost had snagged on the turnover. And comes back to Isaac Bunk. Bunk cross-ice pass to Chase Martin. Martin dropped to the boards by Josh Getson. But Evangelista able to get the puck out in the neutral zone. Comes back for the Colonels. Couple tips and Chase Martin grabs it. Martin's second season with the MetroJets junior program. Him and Jaden Provencher climbing the complete ladder from the Metro Junior Jets hockey organization to the senior team in the junior ranks. Started their careers in the Mount Clemens Hockey Association. from the bottom rungs, from the mites all the way, climbing the ladder completely. Now picked up there. Nice play by Aiden Hartzell as Ashton Reagan almost caught the Jets in the midst of a line change. Marcella feeds it over to Tyler Kemp. Sebesto had the puck, lost it. Now Aiden Hartzell grabs it. Hartzell will bring it in. He'll send it into the Colonels' zone. Another penalty coming. It's against the Colonels. Little interference, and that'll put the Jets right back on the power play. They're already 1-for-1, courtesy of Luka Pivets. As Tyler Kemp will go off. 2-minute minor for interference. As we mentioned, the Jets, 6th best power play in the league at 30.6% coming into this game. Penalty kill for the Colonels, got some work to do, 77%. But as mentioned, they have scored 4 shorthanded goals. So that is definitely something to keep an eye on. The Jets setting up shop in the Colonels' zone. By the way, the original penalty was Lucas Andruskevich, a 2-minute minor for roughing. This latest penalty, Tyler Kemp, 2-minute minor for interference. Taylor to Pivets. Pivets back to Taylor. Taylor to a wide open Jackson Stone, who tried to feed it to Majeski, who was sitting in front of the net. Pivets back to Majeski. Majeski feeds it over to Aiden Sharon, who has to go get it. Lost it in his skates. And knocked down the neutral zone. Picked up by Jake Taylor. Taylor now to Pivets. Pivets will send it in. Seibel leaves it there for Connor Hewlett. Hewlett wraps it around the boards and sent down into the Jet zone. Philippe Hall will retrieve it for his captain, Jake Taylor. 8:25 to go here in period number 1. Jets up 1-0. And Jackson Stone now will bring it across. Stone's got a lot of speed. And Majeski, but his shot was blocked. Puck comes back across over to Gabe Outman. Trying to feed it through his legs. Majeski kicks it over to Jaden Provencher. Provencher back to Majeski. Provencher steps up, sends it across over to Luka Pivets with a shot. Just missed his corner. And the puck comes back in the neutral zone. 30 seconds left in the power play. Provencher getting some power play time. We'll bring it in. Nice little stick handle. Stick handles through almost everybody. He almost made it through everybody. And the puck comes all the way back down the Jets zone. Jake Blum will grab it. Still 10 seconds left in the power play. One last chance perhaps as Blum sends it over into the corner. And puck knocked down the neutral zone. That's going to do it for that power play. So the Colonels 1 for 2. Down a man. As both teams back to full strength. Joel Patterson now to Jake Blum. Blum now for Alman Aiden Hartzell. Hartzell now brings it in, narrowly avoids the check by Tyler Kemp, fresh out of the penalty box. As Altman knocks his man to the ice, Kemp responds in kind. Getting a little physical. Hartzell on a turnover. Couldn't pull the trigger. Kept in by Tyler Fleming, who sends it over into the corner. Met there by Josh Lang. Lang sends it across. Kept in again by Fleming. Nice work there by the Canadian defenseman. Hartzell deflected in front by Gabe Altman. And puck sent down into the Jets zone. That's going to be icing with 6:41 to go here in period number 1. Luka Pivets on the power play, his 10th of the season from Jake Taylor and Jackson Stone. At 6:10 has given the Jets a 1-0 lead. Face off deep in the Colonel zone. Unofficially, the Colonels have one shot on goal. That is unofficial. As the play has been, the majority of the play has been in the Colonels' defensive end. Borelli looking for Anderson, knocked away from him by Connor Hewlett. Hewlett sends it across as Drew Wendland lost it in his skates, is able to gather it back up. Wendland sends it across again. Tyler Fleming trying to keep it in. Borelli feeds it back to Isaac Bunk in his own zone. Back to Borelli as Fleming gets set back up on the blue line. Anderson to Owen Coulter. Coulter was double teamed there by a couple of the Colonel defenders. Picked off there by Corey Anderson, who sends it right back into the corner. Wendland sends it up and all the way down in the Jet zone. Icing negated, forces Henrik Fournier to play the puck. A little scramble in front of goaltender Philippe Paul. First significant action he has seen tonight. As play in the Jet zone. Varelli to Taylor. Taylor kicks it up to Owen Coulter. Lost it in his skates. Is able to gather it back up and send it Evangelista with the puck. Evangelista across ice path looking for Henrik Fournier, who is pinching in. Puck comes back in the neutral zone. Sharon back over to Ryder Novak. Novak will send it in. Seibel will play it, try to get it out, and kept in by Henrik Fournier. And after a battle there, Jake Taylor has to retreat in his own zone. Sends it over to Evangelista. Evangelista to Aiden Sharon. Sharon with a shot. Save made by Jackson Seibel with 5:01 to go here in period number 1. Face off again, and the Jets a perfect 100% on the face-off. They have not lost one yet. Blum with a shot up high. Rebound comes out. Puck is loose, and Seibel able to cover it with 4:47 to go. Unofficially, the shots 18-1 in favor of the Jets. That is unofficial. As play has been, for the most part, in the Colonel's defensive zone. Majeski with a shot, glove down. Mentioned earlier, Sutton Majeski approaching career game 100 of his junior career, which includes his time with the Sioux Eagles of the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League, as well as the Wisconsin Lumberjacks of the Superior International Junior Hockey League, combined with the MetroJets, now in his second season. Tonight is game 97. Everything goes according to plan for Majeski. Game 100 will be a week from tonight, Saturday, November 2nd at Mount Clemens Ice Arena against the Buffalo Bearcats. Colonels trying to get out of their own zone. Picked up by Jake Blum. Feeds it back to Chase Martin, who lost it in his skates. Being pressured there by Carson Lane, but got it to Jackson Stone, who feeds it to Luka Pivas. Long-range shot. Save made by Seibel. Colonels trying to get anything going. Trying to get out of their zone has been a task for the fellas in black and green as Majeski brings it in. Majeski for Jackson Stone. Knocked along the boards there, and here come the Colonels back the other way. Long stretch pass broken up by Majeski as Logan Taylor overskated the puck, and now picked up by Pivas to Majeski. Majeski brings it in. Looking for, sends it back over to Tyler Fleming. Cross ice pass to Isaac Bunk. Bunk sends it over to the corner for Majeski. Sutton Majeski spin move, gets it away over to Bunk. Back over to Fleming. Fleming with a shot, deflected, save made by Seibel. Rebound comes out, and Seibel covers it up again with 3:22 to go here in period number 1. Boy, Jackson Seibel really facing a lot of vulcanized rubber here in his first period. His counterpart, Philippe Paul, unofficially has only seen one shot in this period. Right off the side of the net. Picked up by the Jets. Jaden Provencher with a shot. Say rebound comes out, went to the goal mouth. Caleb Simpson was right there. Simpson playing a little forward today. One of those two-way players. Can play both on the blue line and the forward lines. As he was on a line with Joel Patterson and Gabe Outman as puck deflected up in the netting and out of play. 2:49 to go here in period number 1. Appreciate everyone tuning in on Black Bear TV, the exclusive home of the United States Premier Hockey League. Face-off, a rare face-off in the Jets defensive zone. And Coulter won that draw, pushed it forward. Provencher grabs it. Little help from Simpson. As mentioned, Caleb Simpson playing forward tonight. 8 defensemen dressed, including Simpson. So Simpson seeing some time on the forward line with Gabe Outman, as well as Joel Patterson. Hall pokes it away, picked up there. Bounced off the stick, and now Gabe Outman's off to the races with a shot, save made. Outman grabs his own rebound, waiting for reinforcements. Outman still trying to keep it in, but wasn't able to do it. Henrik Fournier backs him up in the neutral zone. Sends it right back into the Colonels' end. Colonels send it back in the Jet zone. Fournier will grab it. Recently played his 100th career junior hockey game. Jake Blum was looking for Owen Coulter. Comes back to the Jets zone. And icing the call, 1:48 to go here in period number 1. Again, very unofficial. Shots 21-1 in favor of the Jets. Face off again deep in the Colonel zone. Clean draw win by Anderson. Feeds it back over to Blum off the pass from Coulter. Blum back to Anderson. Pressured there. As Bada Guntapov is there. Anderson comes out with it. Feeds it up to Jake Blum with a shot. Blocked there by Simon Rosinski. Blum gets it back. Blum with a shot. Another blocked by Rosinski. And he felt that one that time. Varelli over to Coulter. Coulter lost it in the skates and picked up there by Colton Place. And Place dumps it down. This could be another icing. No, it's not. And that allows the Colonels to change. And McFournier will grab it. 1 minute left here in period number 1. Connor Hewlett sends it in. Picked up by the former Motor City Gambler. Isaac Bunk feeds it up to Chase Martin. Martin up to Corey Anderson, who deflects it into the Colonel's zone. Hewlett grabs it. Sends it across to Ben LeBaron. Quick pass. Logan Taylor intercepted. Varelli to Anderson, or to Sharon, who couldn't pull the trigger. Gets it back with a shot. Was blocked. Martin. Pass was blocked. And here come the Colonels back the other way. Chase Martin being pressured there by Hewlett. And Martin landing in the boards awkwardly. A little slow to get up, but here come the Jets. Hartzell with a shot, deflected by Seibel. Up and out of play, and Hartzell dropped to the ice just as the puck was up in the netting. Now Chase Martin collided with Connor Hewlett right in front of us here and landed awkwardly in the boards. A little slow to get up for Chase Martin. 13.1 seconds left here in period number 1. Then just as the whistle blew, Hartzell was dropped to the ice. The Colonels a very physical team, but spending the majority of this first period in their own zone. And they're going to be glad to get out of here with just a 1-0 deficit. As Provencher sent it right back in, deflected as the horn sounds to end period number 1. Luka Pivets on the power play is given on the assist from Jay Taylor and Jackson Stone at 6:10, giving the Jets a 1-0 lead heading into the first intermission. We'll take a short break, about 8-10 minutes or so. Come back for a first period recap and start the second period. You're watching the United States Premier Hockey League exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to the Rink BC. We are located in BattleCreek, Michigan, right off of Interstate 94, right between the cities of Jackson and Kalamazoo, the southern part of the great state of Michigan. Some United States Premier Hockey League action within the USPHL Premier. The score at the end of one period of play, the MetroJets 1, the BattleCreek Colonels 0. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club, guest play-by-play broadcaster this evening here in BattleCreek, Michigan. Certainly appreciate the opportunity all weekend long from Tristan Jensen, the entire management and staff of the BattleCreek Colonels Hockey Organization, for the opportunity to come down, call a couple games. Last night, the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, skating to a 3-2 victory over these BattleCreek Colonels. And now the Colonels trailing 1-0 to the MetroJets at the end of one period of play here on a Saturday night in BattleCreek, Michigan. Shots on goal in the first period. My unofficial shots were very unofficial. The MetroJets with 14 shots, BattleCreek Colonels with 6. And just one goal in that period. Luka Pivets on the power play, his 10th goal of the season on the assist from Jay Taylor and Jackson Stone. That came at 6:10 of the first period to give the Jets a 1-0 lead. And that was the only scoring of the first period. There's a couple more games underway and already completed with relevance to the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Earlier today, the Toledo Cherokees skating to a 6-1 victory over the Red River Spartans. And with 2:40 to go, how about the comeback by the Cincinnati Cyclones? 2:30 now to go. The Cyclones up 6-5 over the Buffalo Bearcats with 2:30 and counting remaining in the third period. One other game tonight in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. Set for an 8-10 face-off. It'll be the Columbus Mavericks hosting the Fresh Coast Freeze down at Ohio Health Chiller Ice Rinks North in Lewis Center, Ohio. That is an 8-10 face-off coming up later tonight. Plenty of road support for the Jets this evening. As both teams make their way back on the ice. As both teams getting set to go for period number 2. Of course, the BattleCreek Colonels, the home team here at the Rink BC, wearing the home black uniforms, the green shoulders, yellow and white trim. They'll be skating left to right on your television screen. Well, the MetroJets out of Mount Clemens, Michigan. The road team here tonight wearing the patriotic white uniforms, blue and red, blue shoulders, red trim. They'll be skating right to left on your Black Bear TV dial as we are just about set to go here for period number 2. Faced off and we're underway. Isaac Bunk battles there with the 92 of Colton Place. A nice second effort by Bunk. Ice negated, forces the Colonels to play the puck. Ben LeBaron now sends it across over to Colton Place. Not out, kept in by Bunk. Bunk with a shot, just wide in the net from Seibel. Tyler Fleming sends it across. Was looking for the shot pass to Evangelista. He's knocked to the boards by Hewlett. Gabe Altman comes to help out. Picked up there by Joel Patterson as Evangelista knocked to the boards. Patterson grabs it. A little bit of help. Ben LeBaron knocks his man to the ice. Bunk over to Fleming. Fleming with a shot. Save made by Seibel. Comes back to Colton Place on the rebound. He'll bring it out into the neutral zone. Colton Place will send it in. The BattleCreek native, his third season for the Colonels. As Tyler Fleming now will grab it. Settles things down behind the net. Sends it a long stretch pass to Joel Patterson, who knocks it into the Colonel's zone. Luka Pivets will go after it. Pressured off the puck there by Ben LeBaron. LeBaron will send it up to the 98 of Ashton Reagan. Knocked off the puck there by Jaden Provencher. But Ben LeBaron sends it down. Philippe Hall will play it. Official shot to count saw Philippe Hall face 6 shots in that first period. As Philippe Hall's last appearance was against the Fresh Coast Freeze back on October the 10th at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. As Lang sends it in the neutral zone. Sutton Majeski will grab it, waits for his man to get onside. Sends it over into the corner. Lang will grab it. Josh Lang feeds up to Ashton Reagan and knocks it into the crowd as a lucky fan from nearby Parma, Michigan, going to pick up a souvenir puck. So face-off back into the Colonel's zone. Keeping an eye on that Buffalo Bearcats-Cincinnati Cyclones game. 20 seconds to go. Cyclones up 6-5. Shot there, save made by Seibel, and a shot by Yannick Fournier. Fournier feeds it across over to Jake Blum. Blum will send it over in the corner. Aiden Sharon will grab it. Lets it go for Aiden Hartzell. Knocked away there by the 18 of Carson Abel. He was knocked out of the puck by Aiden Sharon and picked up by Connor Hewlett. Picked off there by Ryder Novak. Novak feeds it back in the corner for Sharon. Sharon to the point for Jake Blum. Blum winds up, fires wide of the net. And the net comes off the moorings with 17:34 to go here in period number 2. Once again earlier, Toledo Cherokee defeating the Red River Spartans 6-1. And it's now a final in Lockport, New York. The Cincinnati Cyclones were down 5-2. They have come back to defeat the Buffalo Bearcats by a score of 6-5. So congratulations to Lee Lansdowne and his troops with the Cincinnati Cyclones. And the puck comes all the way down here into the zone. Seibel plays it, which negated the icing. Picked up by Corey Anderson. Pressured there by Hewlett. Gets a little bit of help from Simon Rosinski, who sent it across over to the 19. Abada Guntapov. Guntapov for the 93 of Lucas Andruskevich. Comes back to Isaac Bunk in the Jet zone. Bunk that was knocked away. Varelli grabbed it. Back over to Bunk, who wraps it around the boards. Picked off there by Andruskevich, who sends it over into the corner. Picked off there by Bunk again, who sends it over into the other corner for Gianluca Varelli. And here come the Jets the other way. Chase Martin. Too far for Owen Coulter. Martin will grab it, sends it right back in, the delayed offside. Jets go for a line change. Connor Hewlett will grab it. Sends it up. Jaden Provencher will bring it in. Provencher gets a little bit of help from Joel Patterson. LeBaron had it knocked away from him. Picked up by Patterson, who knocked in the boards by LeBaron. A little bit of help from Guntapov. And Gabe Outman collects it. Sends it up to Tyler Fleming. Fleming to Provencher. Provencher with a shot pass. Looking for Outman. Gets a little bit of help from Caleb Simpson. And the puck knocked into the neutral zone. Jaden Provencher will grab it. Provencher, the 18-year-old from Chesterfield, Michigan, sends it over to Joel Patterson. Caleb Simpson goes after it. Simpson for Outman. Feeds it back to Fleming. Fleming with a shot. Was blocked there by Guntapov. Provencher able to keep it in. Pressures Connor Hewlett. Was triple team there. Now picked up by the 93 of Andruskevich. Over to Drew Wendland. And off the Colonel's bench, forcing a stoppage of play. $15-13 to go here in period number 2. Face-off draw again won by the Jets. They've only lost one face-off this entire game. Up by Josh Lang, pressured by Jackson Stone. Lang will bring it in. Shot, save made by Philippe Hall. First significant opportunity Hall has faced this game. And it was from the top of the face-off circle, his glove side. Deflected down, Pivets deflects it in. Off the pass from Fournier. Drew Wendland, last year's leading scorer for the Fresh Coast Freeze, had it knocked away from by Jackson Stone. On the second effort, deflects it in. A penalty coming, and it's going to be on the Colonels. A 2-minute minor for high sticking will put the Jets in their third power play of the game. They're 1 for 2. And a minor for high sticking on Carson Abel will give the Jets a man advantage one more time. They're 1 for 2. As 4 forwards and 1 D out for the Jets. Jackson Stone, Sutton Majeski, Aiden Sharon, Luka Pivets, and Jake Taylor. The Colonels counter with Bogdan Guntapov, Simon Rosinski, counter Hewlett, and Josh Kemp. Deflected shot there. Save made by Seibel. A 2-minute minor for high sticking on the 18 of Carson Abel has given the Jets the power play, and the puck sent all the way down. Jets looking to extend their lead. They lead 1-0 on a power play goal. And a rare icing on the power play. Head coach Jamie Lovell facing both of his hands on that one. So the faceoff comes back into the Jets zone. 13:54 to go here in period number 2. Carson Abel, 2-minute minor for high sticking at the 4:53 mark of the second period. Pivets, Sharon with a shot, and Seibel stood tall on the pass from Pivets to Sharon, and Seibel makes the save. 13:42 to go. 1:18 left in the Carson Abel minor for high sticking. Jackson Stone takes the draw against Ashton Reagan. And Reagan with a nice clean draw win on Jackson Stone. The Jets able to keep it in the zone. Stone for Sharon, but was knocked away. And here comes Ashton Reagan, sends it over into the corner. Met there by Aiden Sharon. Sharon, the 20-year-old from Livonia, Michigan, feeds it up to Luka Pivets, but it was offside. 13:18 to go here in period number 2. They'll face off the neutral zone, grandstand side to our left. Ashton Reagan will go up against Corey Anderson this time. And again, Reagan, second draw win in a row for the Colonels. Philippe Hall will leave it there for Jaden Provencher. Provencher over to Jake Blum. Second year with the Jets, the 20-year-old from Port Huron, Michigan. For Evangelista to Blum to Provencher. Looking to wind up. Now he fires. Doesn't get all the way through. Ashton Reagan will grab it. Knocks in the neutral zone. Jake Blum sends it back over to Provencher. Jaden Provencher now to Corey Anderson. Anderson, nice little sidestep. Feeds it across over to Evangelista. Back to Blum. Blum to Provencher with a shot. Borelli looking for the deflection. Evangelista back over to Blum. Blum steps up over to Evangelista. Top of the faceoff circle. Back to Blum. Wide open. Over to Provencher with a shot. Deflected wide. Net comes off the moorings again. With 12:27 to go here in period number 2. Still 3 seconds left in the power play as Corey Anderson will take the draw against Ashton Reagan, who's won the last 2 draws. Well, Anderson won at that time. Borelli now to Blum. Blum sends it across over to the corner for Evangelista. Power play is over. Both teams back to full strength. So the Colonels 2 for 3 in the penalty kill. Provencher pinching in from the blue line. Send it across, too far for Evangelista, who had to go out in the neutral zone. Josh Getson lost a glove and a stick. And some debris laying in front of goaltender Jackson Seibel. Keep an eye on that. Varelli knocked away. And Simon Rosinski battles with Isaac Bunk. And they both go down, got their skates intertwined. Picked up by Varelli. Long stretch pass to Evangelista. Leaves it there for Corey Anderson. Anderson, leading scorer last year for the MetroJets elite team. The well-deserved assignment to the premier squad. And shot there, a save made off the shot by Bunk. Picked up by Rosinski. Knocked away there by Novak. And it goes back. Chase Martin will go after it. 11:20 to go here in period number 2. Jets still with a 1-0 lead. Intercepted by Hartzell. Picked up by Chase Martin. He's got speed. Leaves it. But Coulter with a shot. Save. Rebound comes out. Martin tried to knock it out. Coulter grabs it. Knocked out the puck by Sebesto. Long stretch pass to Andruskevich. Andruskevich to the backhand shot. Deflected wide of the net as Philippe Hall slid across. To deflect it wide, and the net comes off the moorings in the process. $11:06 to go here in period number 2. Face off deep in the Jets zone to the left of goaltender Philippe Hall. Jets win the draw, and here come the Jets. Gabe Outman has got a lot of speed. Outman knocked to the ice. Gets right back up, kicks it over into the corner. Met there by Joel Patterson. Patterson, World Junior Championship experience with his native country in New Zealand. Over to Jake Taylor, the captain. Taylor now back to Patterson. Patterson, top of the face-off circle, back to Taylor. Taylor winds up, fires, deflected. Puck is loose. Nice poke check by Jackson Seibel. But Patterson able to keep it in. Henrik Fournier now with the puck. Fournier sends it across, deflected, save made. On the tip by Outman, picked up by Patterson. Over to Taylor. And whistle blows. And Jackson Seibel was leaning on his pads. Thought maybe the net might have been off the moorings again. Patterson wins the draw cleanly back to Jake Taylor. Taylor to Fournier. Fournier with a shot, blocked there by Ashton Reagan. Simpson through the legs of Patterson, that to Taylor. Taylor with a shot, deflected. Bouncing puck. Play with a high stick, but that was negated. Taylor, nice play to keep it in. Pressured by 3 Colonels. Caleb Simpson trying to keep it in, couldn't do it. Sebesto brings it out. Here comes Arik Sebesto, but Henrik Fournier hustles back and sends it up to Gabe Outman, who's got a lot of room. Outman brings it in with a shot into the paraphernalia of Jackson Seibel, who hangs on with 9:40 to go here in period number 2. And Seibel a little slow to get up, but he is up and he's ready to go. He has faced a lot of pucks already in the first half of this game. Provencher up to Pivets. Pivets stretch pass, looking for Sutton Majeski to the other side of the net. Wendland lost it. Jackson Stone picks his pocket. Stone over to Majeski. Majeski sends it across. Bouncing puck goes wide off the deflection from Jackson Stone. Comes back to Provencher with a drive, wide of the net. Pivets grabs it. Over for Stone. Stone off the boards. To Tyler Fleming. Fleming with a shot. Saved by Seibel. And he'll hang on with 9:10 to go here in period number 2. We mentioned earlier the shots were 14-6 at the end of one period of play. Unofficially, it was much more than that. And Seibel starting to feel the effects. Been a little slow to react here in the second period. Thought maybe he might have had a small injury because he has been slow to get up on each of the stoppages of play. That's something to keep an eye on. Backup goaltender tonight is Leighton Rindock. Sutton Majeski with a puck, deflected by Venture. Seibel makes the save. He's played well, though, Jackson Seibel. Shot there off the glove of Seibel. Comes back, Pivets goes after it. Pressured there by Andruskevich. Now Colton Place will grab it. Sutton Majeski trying to pick his pocket. Knocked away there. And Jackson Stone will grab it. Nice poke check there by Tyler Fleming. Here comes Jackson Stone the other way. Knocked off the puck there. As Jake Mandeville sends it in on the icing call. 8:27 to go here in period number 2. MetroJets with a 1-0 lead. Jackson Seibel has played extremely well. His first start, second appearance for the BattleCreek Colonels. Corey Anderson, a little bit of help from Owen Coulter. Knocked away there by Baden Guntapov. Coulter about picked his pocket, but both of them lost into their skates. Comes back the other way. Simon Rosinski knocked out the puck there by Chase Martin. Guntapov. His pass intercepted by Isaac Bunk. Bunk eludes the check, and now picked up by Owen Coulter. Coulter over to Gianluca Varelli. Varelli overskates the puck, gets a little bit of help from Owen Coulter. Coulter to Varelli. They collide behind the net. Colton Place takes it away and sends it over to Lucas Andruskevich. Andruskevich now to Rosinski. Rosinski with a shot wide of Philippe Hall. Coulter grabs it for Corey Anderson, kicks it up to Gianluca Varelli. Varelli with a shot over the head of Jackson Seibel. Comes back to Varelli. Off the boards, picked up by Isaac Bunk with a shot, saved by Seibel, and he'll hang on with 7:21 to go here in period number 2. We know what the official shots say as far in terms of how many pucks Jackson Seibel has seen. Aiden Sharon takes it on against Carson Abel. Sharon wins it back to Jake Blum. Blum trying to backhand it. Second effort, couldn't get it through. Picked up there by Josh Getson, the captain for the Colonels. Overskated the puck. Pressured there by Aiden Sharon. Puck comes out in front. Knocked away by Jake Blum. But comes back to the 3 of Tyler Kemp. Over to Drew Wendland. Pressured by Jake Blum. Aiden Sharon comes to help out. Backhands it. Looking for the 8 of Evangelista. Now here come the Jets. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Nice drop pass to Sharon with a shot. Backhand shot, rebound, scores! Sandro Evangelista makes it 2-0 for the Jets. The shot by Sharon came right to Evangelista's stick, and the Jets lead 2-0. And Sandro Evangelista, the 19-year-old from Washington Township, Michigan, his 3rd goal of the season, and the Jets lead by a score of 2-0. Just not much Jackson Seibel, the Colonel's goaltender, could do. Sharon's shot, he made the save, but the rebound right to Sandro Evangelista, who buries it and makes it 2-0. And the puck comes right back. Gabe Outman sends it in. They're crediting the first assist to Ryder Novak and Jaden Provencher on the second assist. So for now, the second goal reads of Sandro Evangelista, his 3rd of the season, from Ryder Novak and Jaden Provencher at 13:04. That could be changed because Sharon was the one that took the initial shot. .6:16 to go here in period number 2. Majeski wins it back. Jackson Stone to Provencher. Provencher with a shot, glove down by Seibel. 6:08 to go here in period number 2. As Jaden Provencher and Ashton Reagan discussing dinner options for after the game. We recommend Steak and Shake right by the hotel. Josh Lang picks it up. Kept in by Jake Taylor. Taylor with a shot, deflected, and into the logo of Jackson Seibel. 5:57 to go here in period number 2. MetroJets up 2-0. Luca Pivets on the power play in the first period. Sandro Evangelista made it 2-0 at the 13:04 mark. Parker Essex will take the draw against Sutton Majeski, and Essex kicked out in favor of Drew Wendland. Majeski pushes it forward. Picked up by Colton Place. Place pressure by Jackson Stone. Over to Drew Wendland. It was pickpocketed by Sutton Majeski. Picked up by Jaden Provencher. Sent into the boards. Shot there by Colton Place. Pad save made by Philippe Hall, who has not seen a lot of pucks tonight, but he's come up when he's needed to. Majeski over to Jake Taylor. To Luca Pivets. Luca Pivets brings it in. Trying to feed it to Jackson Stone. And he scores through the legs of Parker Essex and Luca Pivets. His second goal of the game, 11th of the season. For the 19-year-old from Maribor, Slovenia. And the Jets lead by a score of 3-0. A fluky goal by Pivets, who went through the legs of Colton Place. And it's 3-0. Luca Pivets, second goal of the game. And it's 3-0 score. Fleming to Simpson. Try to get it out, kept in by the 19 of Guntapov. Wrapped around the boards and out in the neutral zone. Connor Hewlett will grab it. Intercepted. Joel Patterson will bring it in. Patterson right out in front was looking for Caleb Simpson. Back over to Fleming. Fleming now to Patterson. Patterson knocked out the puck there by Hewlett. Gets it back. Turns around. Tried to fire. Knocked out the puck and Tyler Kemp. Had it, lost it, now picked up by Guntapov, knocked away by Simpson. Picked up by Patterson. Patterson sends it over to the corner for Gabe Outman. Outman around the boards to Tyler Fleming. Fleming through a screen, goes wide. Andrew Skavich over to Guntapov. Guntapov to Rosinski. Knocked off the puck there by Caleb Simpson. 3-0 score. Picked up there by Patterson. Stick handles his way, backhand shot saved by Seibel. Big stop by Jackson Seibel. Deflected by Outman, goes wide. Comes back across, shot there. Outman with a deflection, save made. Outman comes out in front. And picked up by Rosinski, who lost it in his skates. Kept in by Isaac Bung. Nice hustle. Knocked away on the effort by Andrew Skavich. It was Luca Pivets, his second goal of the game. 11th of the season, unassisted. At 14:39 is giving the Jets a 3-0 lead. Coulter out in front of Anderson, who sent it just wide. Jets smelling blood in the water now. 2 quick goals has made this a 3-0 hockey game. Blum now to Coulter. A little too far, knocked away there by the 16 of Ben LeBaron. 3:15 to go here in period number 2. Jets up by a score of 3-0. Here comes Corey Anderson. Anderson with a shot, deflected by LeBaron. Gets in, sends it out in the neutral zone, picked up by Chase Martin. Martin knocked away there by the 20 of Logan Taylor. And Enric Fournier will go back after it. Fournier's pass to Gianluca Varelli, who's got speed. Varelli tried to feed down in front, knocked to the ice. Picked up by LeBaron, who's pressured by Corey Anderson. Sent it to Logan Taylor. Taylor now with the puck, knocked back. LeBaron will grab it. Deflected into the zone by Logan Taylor. Picked up by Philippe Hall. Enric Fournier, long stretch pass, 2-on-1. Sharon to Novak, gets it back over to Evangelista, who scores! Second of the game for Sandro Evangelista. His fourth of the season. Luka Pivets with 2. Sandro Evangelista with 2. It's 4-0 Jets. Beautiful feed by Aiden Sharon, which should be his second assist of the game. And it's 4-0. Pretty goal by Sandro Evangelista, who's found himself a home with the MetroJets after playing last year with the MetroJets development program. Still in the USPHL Premier. And Evangelista's got it again. For Aiden Sharon, trying to feed it back, looking for Novak. It was Evangelista from Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak at 17:35. So the score sheet on the USPHL.com/Premier website a little off. Picked up by Sharon, shot saved by Seibel. So the goals should read, the first goal at 13:04, Sandro Evangelista, his fourth, from Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak at 13:04. That's how the second goal should read. The third goal, Luka Pivets, his second of the game, 11th of the season, unassisted at 14:39. And then Sandro Evangelista's second of the game, fourth of the season, from Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak at 17:35. That's how the goals should read, as it's 4-0. Majeski had it knocked away, and it comes in just wide of Philippe Hall. And icing the call, 1:26 to go. Luka Pivets with 2 goals. Sandro Evangelista with 2 goals. Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak both with 2 assists. $4-0 score. Picked up by Kemp. Kemp now over to the 14 Rasinski, intercepted by Pivets. Pivets wide open. Sent it just wide. Picked up by Provencher. The Fleming with a shot was deflected wide. Pivets sends it right back, and an off-angle shot into the glove of Jackson Seibel. So what you're seeing on the scoring summary on the USPHL.com website is incorrect. We have the correct ones for you. And we'll give you those official goals and assists during our second period recap. A minute 8 to go here in period number 2. Picked up by Drew Wendland. Had it knocked away by Tyler Fleming. 1 minute left here in period number 2. 4-0 score for the Jets. Aiden Hartzell off the boards to Joel Patterson. Patterson will bring it in, leaves it for Hartzell. A shot, save made by Seibel. Comes back to Fleming. Fleming's got room, fires, and he scores! Tyler Fleming picks up the goal. And Fleming has been looking for that one. Tyler Fleming, his first goal as a MetroJet for the 20-year-old from Essex, Ontario, Canada, has made this a 5-0 hockey game. Fleming with a dart from the blue line eludes goaltender Jackson Seibel, and it's 5-0 Jets. Chase Martin will grab it. Up to Hartzell. Hartzell for Outman was knocked away. Picked up there by Kemp. Give it a shot. Save made by Philippe Hall. Another shot there. Save made. Hall covering it up with traffic in front of him with 13.5 seconds left. It was Tyler Fleming, his first goal as a MetroJet from Joel Patterson at 19:15 of the second period to give the Jets a 5-0 lead. 4 goals in this second period by the Jets. .5 seconds left here in period number 2. Shot there off the faceoff. Guntapov as Philippe Hall fought that one off. 10 seconds left. Jake Taylor, content with just ending this period, decides to dig it out. Evangelista. Now to Aiden Sharon. He'll just poke it away as a horn will sound to end period number 2. 4 goals for the Jets. 2 by Sandro Evangelista, 1 by Luka Pivets, and Tyler Fleming gets his first goal of the MetroJet, who lead by a score of 5-0. We'll take a short break, come back for a second period recap and start of the third period. You're watching USPHL Premier Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to the Rink BC here in Battle Creek, Michigan. We are located right off Interstate 94, right between the cities of Jackson and Kalamazoo in the southern part of the Great Lakes state of Michigan. Some United States Premier Hockey League action within the USPHL Premier. The score at the end of 2 periods of play: the MetroJets 5, the BattleCreek Colonels 0. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club. Good to have you with us. As we jump into the second period recap. Shots on goal in that second period. The MetroJets with 25 for a 2-period total of 39. While the BattleCreek Colonels with 6, 2-period total of 12. And the Jets exploded for 4 goals in that second period. And we'll give you the official, what should be the official readouts for each goal. Sandro Evangelista started the goal scoring, his 3rd goal of the season. The assist will be to Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak at 13:04 of the second period to give the Jets a 2-0 lead. Then a minute 35 seconds later, Luka Pivets threw about 4 sets of legs, eluded goaltender Jackson Seibel. Pivets is second of the game, 11th of the season, unassisted at 14:39 to give the Jets a 3-0 lead. Sandro Evangelista picked up his 2nd goal of the game, his 4th of the season. The official assist will be to Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak. That came at 17:35 to give the Jets a 4-0 lead. And then with 45 seconds left, Tyler Fleming from the blue line with a puck that had eyes eluded goaltender Jackson Seibel. Fleming, his 1st goal as a MetroJet on the assist from Joel Patterson. That came at 19:15 to give the Jets a 5-0 lead. Just about set to kick off the 3rd period. Once again, certainly appreciate Tristan Jensen, the entire Jensen family, the entire management and staff of the BattleCreek Colonels Hockey Organization for the opportunity to make the 2.5-hour trip down from New Haven, Michigan, my home current residence, to come down and call a couple hockey games, both involving 2 of the teams within the MetroJets Hockey Club. Of course, last night, the MetroJets development program rallying from a 2-0 deficit to defeat these Colonels by a score of 3-2. Last night on a Noah Badurka goal, which iced the game for MJDP. And so far today, it's been all MetroJets. Already with 39 shots on goal, Jackson Seibel has been very good between the pipes. Despite what the scoreboard says, 34 saves on 39 shots for Seibel, making his 1st start for the Colonels, 2nd appearance overall for the 19-year-old goaltender from Isanti, Minnesota. Started the year with the Minnesota Moose of the North American Tier 3 Hockey League before coming to the Colonels. Was called to action last Saturday in the Colonels' 8-0 loss at the hand of the Toledo Cherokee. Got in some work and earned the start today here against the MetroJets. As we get ready for the 3rd period, BattleCreek Colonels, of course, the home team, wearing the home black uniforms, green shoulders and yellow trim. They are skating right to left of your television screen with the MetroJets, who play their home games at Mount Clemens Ice Arena in Mount Clemens, Michigan, about 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit. Wearing the road whites, the blue shoulders and red trim, they'll be skating left to right on your Black Bear television dial, whether it's your Android, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your big screen TV. However, and wherever you're watching us, whether you're tuning in via your earpiece in the building here in Battle Creek, Michigan, or from elsewhere throughout the world, we certainly can't thank you enough for tuning in to the exclusive home of the United States Premier Hockey League. That, of course, is Black Bear TV. And you just saw the puck deflect over Philippe Hall's head into the netting and out of play with 19:28 to go. Several parents of the MetroJets here tonight. Chase Martin's family's here. Owen Coulter's family's here, making the trip from Kentucky to be with us. Certainly appreciate the kind words. In between periods during our breaks. And Philippe Hall covers up with Bogdan Guntapov right there at the doorstep. Doesn't get any easier for the BattleCreek Colonels. They will have a home-and-home series with the Toledo Cherokee next weekend, next Friday, October 31st, Halloween night at Team Toledo Ice House in Toledo, Ohio, at 8:30 face-off. Before the Colonels host the Cherokee here at the Rink BC next Saturday, November 1st. A 7 o'clock face-off. The Jets have 3 games next week. Starting on Wednesday, October 29th, they will host their brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets Development Program. Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show at 11:30 a.m. Face-off at high noon, 12 p.m. for the second and final regular season meeting. As that puck went off the crossbar. Second and final regular season meeting between the Jets and MJDP at Mount Clemens Ice Arena will be this Wednesday, October 29th. Then the MetroJets, as the puck deflected out of the netting and out of play, the Jets will host the Buffalo Bearcats Hockey Club on Saturday, November 1st. Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show at 7 o'clock, face-off at 7:30 p.m. And then again on Sunday morning, November 2nd, Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show bright and early, 9:30 a.m., face-off at 10 a.m. That is on Sunday, November 2nd. Shot there by Reagan, blocked by Evangelista. As Jake Blum, intercepted by Sebesto, the off-angle shot goes wide. Picked up by Ryder Novak, who's got 2 assists today. Sent back into the corner, Enric Fournier will grab it. Fournier with a little bit of speed. Sends it up to Novak. Ryder Novak, the 18-year-old from Rockwood, Michigan, outside of Trenton, just north of Monroe, for those of you who know your geography of the great state of Michigan. Or in other words, southeast of Detroit. Breakaway for Sharon with a shot. Seibel makes a save. Aiden Sharon's got 2 assists today. Puck deflected in, Sebestio for Guntupov. Marcella knocked away there by Isaac Bunk. And picked off there by Evangelista, who's got 2 goals today. Feeds it to Chase Martin. Martin over to Evangelista. Sandro Evangelista over to Gianluca Varelli. Feeds it back over to Isaac Bunk with a shot off the helmet of goaltender Jackson Seibel. 1 Colonel down, slow to get up. And that is Josh Getson. And he has a few choice words for referee Josh Danielowski. And there may be something to that, as linesman Matt Wiedenhoff conversing with referee Danielowski. 17:08 to go. And now a conversation with head coach Tristan Jensen. As Josh Getson may have caught an errant high stick. That is the reason for the delay, as referee Josh Danielowski now is going to go over to the MetroJets side and talk to head coach Jamie Lovell. And this may result, possibly, in a penalty to the Jets. As Jamie Lovell pleads the case for the Jets. And indeed, a penalty's coming. It's going to Isaac Bunk. He's going to head to the box. High sticking will put BattleCreek on the power play for the first time today. So an opportunity for the Colonels. As the Colonels, 13.9% on the power play, have scored 6 power play goals and 43 opportunities of the man advantage. Well, the MetroJets, 91% on the penalty kill, have scored 6 shorthanded goals, 3rd most in the entire USPHL Premier. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. 2-minute minor for high sticking on Isaac Bunk. As Sharon pressuring. out there on the penalty kill unit with Owen Coulter, Jaden Preventure, and Tyler Fleming. Here come the Colonels. Shot blocked by Preventure. Nick Marcella feeds it back over to Simon Rosinski. Rosinski now with the puck. Feeds it up, was looking for Connor Hewlett. Owen Coulter was right there, picked up by Guntapov. Guntapov blocked there by Preventure. Nice defensive play. Hewlett grabs it, keeps it in the zone. The shot there, another shot was blocked as through a screen, Philippe Paul made that save. And Colton Place comes back, retreats back in his own zone. Connor Hewlett pressured by Owen Coulter. Knows mom and dad's watching. And here come the Colonels. Guntapov, pressured by Fleming, sends it behind goaltender Philippe Paul behind the net. Drew Wendland is there, pressured by the captain Jake Taylor. Over to Nick Marcella. Marcella broken up by Hartzell. Hartzell tried to get it out. Taylor with a second effort gets it out. Now Hartzell goes after it. Chops at it into the Colonel's zone. Picked up by Colton Place. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Colonels. Intercepted by Jake Taylor. Taylor brings it in. A little sidestep. Feeds it to Patterson with a shot off the glove. Short-handed opportunity there for the Jets. And another penalty coming to the Jets. Free play, basically, but it was offside. And another penalty coming. So for 7 seconds, the Jets will be two-man short. 2-minute minor for tripping on Aiden Hartzell. Check that, Joel Patterson. Hartzell thought it was him as he was heading to the box. So for 7 seconds, the Colonels will have a two-man advantage. Opportunity for Battle Creek to get on the scoreboard. So far, they have not been able to solve Jets goaltender Philippe Hall. Face-off won by the Jets. Taylor trying to get it out. It does with Jackson Stone. Stone's got speed. Stone now with a puck, backhanded, save made, and a penalty's coming. And that's going to negate the second power play opportunity for the Colonels. Of course, we've always said if there was such a thing as a good penalty to take, that was it. As Ben LeBaron heads the box. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for the next minute 48. Barring any other penalties, will really open up the ice for the speedsters of both teams, which should favor the Jets as they have spent the bulk of this game in the Colonels' defensive zone. So Isaac Bunk went off, a 2-minute minor for high sticking at 2:51. Joel Patterson went off, 2-minute minor for tripping at 4:44. And then Ben LeBaron in the box now. As Sutton Majeski brings it out for Jackson Stone. Stone size it up, looking for Majeski. Knocked away there by Seibel. Here come the Colonels back the other way. Knocked into the Jets zone. Ben LeBaron, 2-minute minor for holding. 11 seconds after Joel Patterson went off for a 2-minute minor for tripping. LeBaron's penalty at 4:55, those of you keeping score at home. Guntapov skates around Jackson Stone with a shot. Went to the goal mouth just wide. Guntapov tried to feed it up, intercepted by Preventure. Feeds it to Jackson Stone. Stone kicks it up to his forehand through center ice. He'll backhand it into the Colonel zone. Jets go for a line change. Still 25 seconds left in the 4-on-4 before the Jets will enjoy a brief 13-second power play. Bouncing puck, fluttering puck, and Hall corrals it with 13:31 to go here in period number 3. MetroJets looking to extend their winning streak to 3 games and moved within 2 points of second, currently shared by the Red River Spartans and the Toledo Cherokee. The Jets with 1 game in hand on the Cherokee. Blocker save there by Hall. While the Jets, after this game, with 6 games in hand on the Red River Spartans. Jake Blum sends it over in the far corner. Evangelista goes after it. Brief power play for the Jets. Fournier with a shot off the blocker of Seibel. Comes back to Corey Anderson. 5 seconds left in the power play. Back of the shot. Blum with a shot with a save made, and now both teams back to full strength. Out there by Fournier, goes wide. He'll be able to collect it. Try to keep it in. Now bouncing puck to Jake Blum in the neutral zone. Patterson trying to catch the Colonels on a line change. Picked off there by Fournier. Feeds over to Chase Martin. Martin now. Patterson lets it go into the neutral zone. Sent right back in. Carson Abel sends it across. Joel Patterson knocks his man into the boards right in front of the Jets bench. As Josh Lang's slow to get up. Misfire there, but Carson Abel able to help out his teammate. And now picked up by Isaac Bunk, who brings it in. Bunk, all alone shot. Save made by Seibel with 12:01 to go here in period number 3. Mention other games with relevance to the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. The Toledo Cherokee defeated the Red River Spartans earlier today, 6-1 for a 2-game sweep there at Team Toledo Ice House. The Cincinnati Cyclones were down 5-2, came back to win 7-5 over the Buffalo Bearcats as Chase Martin's shot eluded goaltender Jackson Seibel, went over his head. Our blocker save there by Seibel. One more game in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. End of 1 period of play. The Columbus Mavericks all over the Fresh Coast Freeze. 5-0 at the end of 1. It's 5-0 here. Bunk sent it across. Was looking for Aiden Sharon. Sharon gets it back over to Chase Martin. Martin now over to Bunk. Bunk with a shot. And he scores! May have been a deflection. We'll see. But Isaac Bunk makes it 6-0. And it was a deflection. Gabe Outman with the tip in. Outman, the 19-year-old from Cadillac, Michigan, makes it 6-0. As Outman picks up his 2nd goal of the season. And it's 6-0 Jets. Isaac Bunk with a shot from the blue line. Nice tip in by Gabe Outman, and it's 6-0 Jets. Puck comes across, picked up there by Drew Wendland, who gets it down the neutral zone. 6-0 score. It's Gabe Outman, his 2nd goal of the season, from Isaac Bunk and Chase Martin at 8:34 of the 3rd period to give the Jets a 6-0 lead. Shot deflected up in the screen and out of play. 10:50 to go. Jets continue to press. Puck comes right in on Philippe Hall, who wisely covers it. .10:36 to go. And the Jets up 6-0. Luka Pivets sends it across. Jackson Stone with a shot. Was deflected wide. And another goal. Just a flutterer. That eluded goaltender, Jackson Seibel. And Jake Taylor picks up the goal. The captain, the 20-year-old from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, picks up his second goal of the season. And the Jets off to the races with a 7-0 lead. Jets with two quick ones. Majeski sends it up to Luka Pivets. Pivets to Jackson Stone. Stone with a shot off the glove of Jackson Seibel. Well, Luka Pivets being credited with a goal. That would be his hat trick. His 12th of the season from Henrik Fournier and Jake Taylor. And we'll get to Taylor here in a second. Taylor with the initial shot. So I should probably read Luka Pivets with a tip from Jake Taylor and Henrik Fournier the other way. Either way, Taylor with the assist. And for Jake Taylor. And it scored! BattleCreek gets it right back. 7-1. Josh Getson puts the Colonels on the board for the first time this evening. Getson, the 4-year captain for the BattleCreek Colonels, has put his team on the board as Getson, the 20-year-old from Morenci, Michigan. His second goal of the season, and the Colonels get on the board. They trail 7-1. Picked up by Varelli. So Josh Getson is second of the season from Jake Mandeville. Fleming with a shot, covered up by Seibel. Getson second from Mandeville at 10:29 has put the Colonels on the board. And we do realize the score sheet on the USPHL.com/Premier Game Center website is kind of off. So we will go through each and every goal for you to give you the correct goals and assists. One of the goals in the second period as backup goaltender Evan Peacock getting an assist. So, yeah, we'll definitely go through each and every goal for you. Now there, Anderson with a shot as he was knocked to the ice. Varelli picks it up. Back to Anderson with a shot. Seibel makes a save. Comes back to Bunk. Bunk with a shot, deflected wide. Picked up by Varelli. Varelli over to Evangelista, who's got two tonight. Varelli feeds it across. Isaac Bunk gets it from Anderson. Bunk with a shot. Blocker save. Evangelista Anderson with another shot, deflected up in the net and out of play. All right, let's go through the goals. Goal number one for the MetroJets. Luka Pivets, his 10th of the season, from Jade Taylor and Jackson Stone at 6:10, gave the MetroJets a 1-0 lead. MetroJets' second goal, Sandro Evangelista, his third of the season, from Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak. That came at 13:04 to give the Jets a 2-0 lead. Luka Pivets, unassisted, his second of the game, 11th of the season. That came at 14:39 to give the Jets a 3-0 lead. Sandro Evangelista's second goal of the game, 4th of the season, made it 4-0 on the assist from Aiden Sharon and Ryder Novak. That came at 17:35 of the second period. And then Tyler Fleming, his first goal as a MetroJet from Joel Patterson at 19:15 of the second period, gave the Jets a 5-0 lead. Then the Jets' sixth goal, Gabe Outman, his second goal of the season, on the assist from Isaac Bunk and Chase Martin. That came at 8:34. A minute and 3 seconds later, Luka Pivets, his third goal of the game, the hat trick, 12th of the season from Jake Taylor and Enric Fournier. That came at 9:37 to make it 7-0. And then Josh Getson, his second goal of the season from Jake Mandeville, put the Colonels on the board. And that's where we're at, 7-1. And the significance for Jake Taylor, his second assist of the game, that is 100 career assists, including playoffs, for the captain of the MetroJets. So congratulations to Jake Taylor, the 20-year-old from St. Clair Shores, Michigan. 2 assists tonight, gives him a career total, including playoffs, of 100 career assists. So congratulations again to Jake Taylor. Gabe Altman brings it in. He's got the goal on the deflection from the Isaac Bunk shot for the 6th Jets goal. Enric Fournier's got an assist. Altman feeds it across, intercepted. 6:25 to go as Philippe Hall makes a save. 6:23 to go. So again, we'll get the scoring all corrected for you. But we're keeping good notes up here in the booth. Excuse me. And puck deflected out of play. .608 to go here in period number 3. MetroJets on their way to their 3rd consecutive victory will climb to 8-2, barring an absolute catastrophic collapse. They'll move to within 2 points of second, currently shared by the Red River Spartans and the Toledo Cherokee. But the Jets have 1 game in hand, the Cherokee, and they'll have 6 games in hand on the Spartans. .530 to go. Isaac Bunk sends it across to Chase Martin. Martin with a shot, deflected up high. And puck comes out to Luka Pivich, who's got the hat trick already. Less than 5 minutes to go. And a shot there saved by Seibel, who has faced well over, unofficially, 58 shots on goal. He has made 51 saves today. Jets continue to press. They lead 7-1. And they score again. 8-1. Chase Martin with the initial shot. Jackson Stone was right there. We'll see who it's credited. 8-1 either way. As the MetroJets opening the floodgates now with a 7-goal lead. Fleming lobs it into the Colonel's zone. Corey Anderson trying to feed it up. Now gets it back off of Owen Coulter. Anderson back with it. Cross ice pass to Tyler Fleming. Fleming now with the puck. Shot there was blocked. In the midst of the goal-scoring onslaught, Leighton Rindock now in goal for the Battle Creek Colonels. The 19-year-old from Newark, Ohio. In the midst of all the barrage of goals there. So Rindock now in goal, the former Connecticut Chief. Second stint with the Battle Creek Colonels. Played with them during the 23-24 season. Rindock makes a save. Chase Martin, his first goal of the season from Jaden Provencher and Luca Pivets at 15:40. And puck comes all the way down to Corey Anderson. Puck still loose in front of the net. 2:35 to go here in period number 3. 8-1 the score. And a penalty coming. It's going to be on the Colonels. Fournier up to Caleb Simpson. Simpson to Gabe Outman. And the puck is touched, and for the 5th time tonight, the MetroJets go back on the power play. Chase Martin picks up his first goal of the season from Jaden Provencher and Luca Pivets at 15:40 to give the Jets an 8-1 lead, and they go on the power play for basically the rest of the game. 2:14 to go. RX Sebestio heads off. 2-minute minor. Gabe Outman over to Aiden Hartzell. Hartzell now with the puck. Back over to Chase Martin, who has snapped a scoreless streak to start the year. He's got a goal tonight, as well as an assist. And puck deflected out of play. Time winding down. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. Picked up there by Blanc, who stops in front of goaltender Rindock. Time winding down. The MetroJets will climb to 8-2. 2 points back of second place, being shared by the Red River Spartans and the Toledo Cherokee. 1 game in hand on the Cherokee, 6 games in hand on the Spartans. Battle Creek Colonels lose their 4th in a row. They'll fall to 5-8. Still remain 5th in the USPHL Premier Great Lakes Division. 1 minute remaining here in period number 3. The Colonels will face the Toledo Cherokee next weekend in a home-and-home series Friday, Halloween Friday, October 31st at Team Toledo Ice House. Then Saturday, November 1st, right here at the Rink BC. Well, the MetroJets will go home for 3 straight. This Wednesday, October 29th, they'll face their brothers from across the locker room, the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP, Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show at 11:30 a.m. Face-off at high noon, 12 p.m. Then Saturday and Sunday, November 1st and 2nd, a pair of dates for the Buffalo Bearcats. Also at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Certainly appreciate Tristan Jensen, the entire management staff of the Battle Creek Colonels, the opportunity to make the drive down and call a couple hockey games this weekend, both involving 2 of the 3 teams within the MetroJets Hockey Club. Certainly appreciate it. Power play's over. Both teams back to full strength. And the 5 seconds left. Puck goes into the Jets zone, and that's going to do it. The horn will sound. Final score. MetroJets 8. Battle Creek Colonels 1. The Jets with their 3rd win in a row. They'll head home to start a 4-game homestand, as we mentioned, this Wednesday, October 29th, against the MetroJets Development Program, MJDP. November 1st and 2nd against the Buffalo Bearcats, and then Friday, November 7th against the Toledo Cherokee. Before going on a two-game road trip, Toledo Cherokee on November 8th, Cincinnati Cyclones on November 14th, and then they will try-host the 2025 USPHL Detroit Showcase at Mount Clemens Ice Arena in Mount Clemens, Michigan, from November 21st through November the 24th. As the team gathers in the Play Like Bray prayer circle. Your 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star for the MetroJets. With 2 assists today. 2 beautiful feeds for the 89 of Aiden Sharon. Your number 2 star of the game. 2 goals tonight for the MetroJets. The number 8, Sandro Evangelista. And your number 1 star of the game, the 3-goal hat trick plus 1 assist for the MetroJets, the number 20, Luka Pivitz. That's going to do it for us here at the rink BC here in Battle Creek, Michigan. Final score, the MetroJets 8, the Battle Creek Colonels 1. One more time, a big thank you to Tristan Jensen, the entire management and staff of the Battle Creek Colonels, for the hospitality this weekend. And for all of us with the Battle Creek Colonels as well as the MetroJets, we wish you a pleasant good evening. Final score, the MetroJets 8, Battle Creek Colonels 1. You've been watching USPHL Premier Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the MetroJets Hockey Club, saying goodnight from Battle Creek, Michigan.